Welcome to In Touch with Reality podcast.
Hmm.
Today we have another special guest in the building. We got our boy Nate 2 times. How
You
you
know the
doing, Nate?
vibe. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Mhm.
What was your childhood like growing up in Flatbush?
Growing up in the jungle, concrete jungle was real, man. You had to be somebody, man. You had to come outside. You had to perform. You had to hit different blocks. For me, I wasn't just. I'm from Two First in Church, but I wasn't in that category where you get what I'm saying? I'm a block dude or I'm always on the block. Like, I really made my ways, my rounds around Brooklyn, the
Right.
boroughs. And for the most, like I said, growing up in Flatbush, you had to be tough, man. I'm going to say that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because it was heavy gang banging. If you wasn't Crip, then your family better been somebody or you had to just put on. You had to be like that. You had to be tough. Like,
Right, right.
it was real.
So do you think that, that led to like, you eventually you doing jail time, and stuff like that because of the environment that you grew up in?
I mean, for the most, I can say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause Flatbush is a place where everybody shining, everybody fly, everybody got the newest this, everybody popping outside. So it kind of weighed on, some of the decisions I had made to get money and just to run the streets and meet other dudes that was, from Flatbush that was lit. You know what I'm saying? So I can say it was something that caused me to go down that road to, prison to hit rock bottom a few times.
Right, 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 right.
Hmm.
Do you feel like that you said you grew up with Casanova and his
Yeah.
do you feel like that you had that type of support in your household and stuff like that?
Um,
That do you feel like if things were like a little different in your household that you would have turned out a little different? Like not saying that
I
you're a
mean, I'm
bad
gonna
person or
say
nothing,
this.
but sometimes.
Nah. I get what you saying. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say this. Um, my mom wasn't really affection, so I went to the streets to look for that love. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, as far as clothing us and having food on the table,
Hmm.
saying my mom's Panamanian, she worked a 9 to 5, so it's like she's up early in the morning
Hmm.
and she's home, she's taking care of whatever she's taking care of. She up early, back at work, and we just running the street trying to figure it out. For me, like I said, I was more looking for love, you know what I mean? I didn't
Right.
get that, yo, it's gonna be alright, or come
Hmm.
here, give me kissy, or yo,
Right.
like that mother and son born. I ain't get
Right.
that. My mom's is a tough cookie, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so
Hmm.
if it could have been different, like I said. I feel like every crib, every mother,
Hmm.
should always show their kids, a lot of affection, because if they don't, they
Right.
end up like me in the streets looking for that. I have friends, Mike, Larry, L.A., Kenny, certain people that I looked at their mothers as I wanted them to be my mother because I seen the love in their house and what was going on. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't get that in my house. So, like I said, that came with running the streets and dealing, running around them type of people
Hmm.
came with a life of crimes. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And yeah,
Right. Who would you say like was like? Did you ever have like did a father figure in your life? Do you feel like that growing up you looked up to somebody as like a father figure, even if it was like in the streets or you know?
I mean, the streets was my father figure. Like that,
Right.
I don't know my pops.
Mhm.
I don't know if he alive or he a dead, or what the situation with that dude. But like I said, my father figure was the streets, the fast life, the love you got with being on top and just having everything.
Mhm.
So for me, looking up to other dudes, nah, I ain't never. I just always knew I wanted to be me and be different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it wasn't nobody big like a Biggie Smalls or a Michael Jordan or something, but in the streets, nah, I ain't look up to none of them niggas in Flatbush.
Oh,
not
okay.
not one. In
Right.
general,
Right.
and just in general, like I ain't look up to not one person.
Right. So do you ever feel like somebody looked up to you?
a lot of dudes looked up to me. I made it happen. Like I went
Right.
out and I shaked. I got it. So, for dudes that, like I said, came under me and after me and seeing me touch 100 pack or just going on a eating the food or going on a jukes and coming back with a 10 pack or 20 pack back then in 2000s, early 2000s and up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people looked up to me. A lot of grown men, a whole bunch of kids. I fuck with the young boys. The young boys love me. You know what I'm saying? I jacked them boys. I jacked the young boys more than, the dudes my age because, like I said, motherfuckers don't be about nothing, man. You got grown men dick riding out there, so.
Right. I feel
But
you. Right. So, do you feel like basically that we become a product of our environment basically? So like
yeah,
whatever we, basically grew up in, that's how we become? Or do you feel like is like our fault individually? Like we could become more if we want to. Like if you had any, well, answer that one first.
well,
Do you feel
yeah.
like it's like our fault or people's fault, or do you feel like it's like the environment?
Nah, I feel like it's the environment.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you only know the block and nobody's not showing you nothing and there's nothing really to do,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? All you're gonna know is the block. You're
Right.
gonna continue to do the same thing. I know dudes that's older than me that still be on the block
To this
drinking,
day, right.
living with their parents, grown
Mhm.
ass men, females,
Mhm.
having a bunch of kids, still living with the. It's not really no opportunities out there for
Mhm.
people to expand and do greater things with themselves.
Mhm.
And then after going through everything you go through, it's like damn, like why me? Like so, it's like if a person don't show you or you don't want more out of
Mhm.
life or more for yourself, more for your kids,
Mhm.
then all you gonna know is the environment you grew up in. Some
Right.
people don't even want to move, don't want to leave, they don't want to do better for themselves. None of that.
Right. Right. So, do you have any regrets? Like, do you feel like you made any mistakes? If you could change anything, would you change anything?
Hell yeah, I'm not. One thing about me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wish I would have went to school, graduated. I wish I would have been got a job.
You think life
You know
would
what
be
I'm
much easier? I feel like that's a lot of the young
saying? Man,
youth problem. Like a lot of people who grown up, I feel like that's part of the problem also in our culture that a lot of people don't finish school and a lot of people don't. You don't because that's part of what we're supposed to do. It's like you're supposed to finish school, go to
facts,
college, get a good job,
facts,
and be able to buy your house and do that's how it's supposed to go, right? Have a family, get married.
facts.
So I feel like that's how it's really supposed to go. So yeah, I feel like the environment is that what messes that up. Like it puts you in a position to
And it's, I mean, not to blame it on parenting, but parenting play a big
like
part
part of it
too.
also.
You know what I'm saying? Parenting play a
I
real
believe that
big
too,
part
right? I believe
on
like
that note.
the parents now are better than the parents that. Do you think so? Do you think like the
Yeah,
parenting we have in just this generation
yeah,
kind of is better than the
yeah,
parents we used to have?
yeah.
Like we
Nah,
show our
yeah,
children more love. We show them
yeah,
more
nah,
like, you know, we have more. Remember back in the days that we didn't have much and stuff like that. But now it's like the children are so spoiled now and stuff like that,
nah.
right?
They
It's really a big
definitely
difference.
is. They definitely is. But for what? Um, I think it's more of a, people spoil their kids now is, more to keep them out the way of, to keep them out that lifestyle and
Mhm.
think that's going on.
Right.
And that too sometimes could play a part because then you got a kid that don't want to do nothing. All he know is, being spoiled. He don't know how to get his own. He don't know how to clean. He don't know how to take a shower. He don't know how to, just do certain things.
Mhm.
But
Right. Right. I
mhm.
feel you. So do you think that's another reason why like young men turn to gangs and stuff like that
I,
because of the parenting, certain of the parenting and the environment? Have you ever been in a gang?
nah,
No.
nah, nah. Unless it was like a neighborhood thing or a group thing with my mans or something like that. But if
Mhm.
you talking like a blood crip or folk or something like that. Nah, I never been in a gang.
Why not? That's a weird question. Like, why not?
It just wasn't for me. Even though when I went up north at a young age, it just wasn't for me. I always been a fly, you know, bunch of ladies, bunch of females, and I like making money, man. I don't got time to gang bang. That to each his own. You get what I'm saying? But that's not my lane right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit don't do nothing for you. It don't pay the bills when you get locked up for putting on, or motherfuckers, like I said, out of sight, out of mind. Niggas disappear. It's supposed to be a pat on your back. Hold it down, champ. We'll see you when you come home. And even when you come home, motherfuckers still don't got nothing for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that really put on. And me just seeing that at a young age, I was like, nah, this ain't for me. And for the most though, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I ever did join a gang, I'm going all the way. I'm not half stepping.
Right.
I want to be the biggest of the biggest. Niggas going, cause what am I doing it for? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be gang banging for clout or just to be impressing motherfuckers, and that shit only count in prison. That out here,
it doesn't, man.
You could be whoever you want to be. You want to be Johnny Bravo, you could be Johnny Bravo. You want to be Tookie Williams, you could be him. Like, you get what I'm saying? That shit only count in jail.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So where do you see yourself in, like, probably like another 5 years from now?
That's a good question. Where I see myself, I see myself multi-time millionaire. Like, my vision is different. Like, I want the yacht, I want the crib, I want all of that. I want a private jet. I see myself like sitting on some shit and taking care of the family, and, you know, putting on. Like, when I say putting on, like putting niggas in position, putting females in position to show them, like, you could get it out the mud. Like,
right.
You don't gotta to eat. Like I said, to each his own. You don't gotta rob. You don't gotta scam. Like, us as black people, we too smart.
Smart to do, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we just came together and sat in a room and everybody played their position, motherfuckers would be up. We'll be up. We'll be unstoppable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So why do you feel like black people are that way to each other? Why do you feel like, you know, we play the crab in the barrels, like we pull each other down, and we don't show each other love in certain endeavors and, you know, certain things like that?
Sad. I want to make sure I answer that question properly. So, why do I feel like that? I just feel like, I don't know, a lot of people, I don't know, maybe it's the love they get, and, you know, people doubting them, and, you know, shit, and a lot of, like a lot of dudes be styling on motherfuckers. So,
right.
Even when you're not trying to style on somebody, dudes is styling on it. They feel like you styling on them. You get what I'm saying? And
right.
they want what you got, and they want more. You know what I'm saying?
So I heard you just came home. If you don't mind me asking, like, how much time did you do?
So I got sentenced to 8. I did 7.5. 7.5. I came home 2023, February 3rd.
Oh, okay. So while you were during that time in there, like, did you have like any support? You know, do you have anybody that was basically holding you down, looking out for you? You know, just, you know, not even money wise, just, you know, just showing you love, and, you know.
I mean, in the beginning, you know, it was fresh. Yeah, I had some support, but, you know, as time go by, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So everybody just be doing their own thing. So, you know, it was up to me to survive and get it how I get it. You know, after a while, people get tired of you calling, or they just ducking and dodging because they fronting like they got it and they don't got it.
Right.
And it's like, every time you call, I got you, bro. And then when it's time for action, you can't find a motherfucker. So, you know, up and down.
Right. I feel you. That's how it be sometimes, you know. A lot of people pretend to be real, and they pretend like they got your back, but when you get in the real situations, you know, you really see who there for you and who got your back. You feel what I'm saying?
You definitely see who's really there for you.
Right.
Jail, Just being down and being incarcerated, period, will show you who's really there for you.
Right, right. I feel you.
Really there for you.
So why you think? Let me ask you a question. Why you think when people be locked up, they be lying? They want to front how much time they got, or like you can't go look it up and shit. You know?
I don't know. Maybe these dudes be, trying to swindle they loved ones or they partners, and tricking them into saying they got less time when they really got 15 years, and they telling they girl or they loved ones or they friends they got 3-4 years.
Right, because you think they think people gonna like you said in the beginning be there, and then if they find out how much time they got, then they just be like,
Yeah, boy, a lot of people don't really be, for some reason, a lot of people don't really be like, looking people up for some reason when, I don't know if they don't know how to, but they really don't be looking people up. So person could tell you, yo, I got 5 years, and he really got, like I said, 15 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until I got female friends that be going back and forth with me like, yo, I'm telling you, he's coming home next year. I'll be like, yo, give me his information. Let's look him up now.
Right,
his
right.
shit say 2030 something.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Well, doing my research, I can't help but notice that I think you Casanova brother, right? The rapper Casanova brother.
Kaz is my brother.
Okay.
Well, we go by brothers, but Kaz really my uncle. My mom passed away at childbirth.
Right, okay.
I grew up in a house with, my grandmoms. Kaz was the last sibling to come out. From my grandmom. That was her last child.
Okay.
So, we grew up as brothers.
Right,
but that's really my uncle.
Right, right. So how was your upbringing? Like, how was, when coming up, how was it for you?
Growing up, for me, I can say, like, well, I'm going to say this, born in the 80s, so it was hard times around that time, but I can't say I had, like, a fucked up life or a fucked up childhood. So for the most, everything was smooth. My grandmom that I call my moms, I know her as mommy, you get what I'm saying? For the most, I got everything I wanted. It just became to when you get a certain age and you want extra.
Right.
I'm saying you just hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? Mommy might get you that first pair of Jordans, but the second and third is on you.
Right. You gotta figure out how to do that yourself.
Yeah,
right.
Anything else is on you. So for the most, like I said, I had a good childhood life up until my teens, until I hit the streets.
Right. Okay. So how has the two-time platform been beneficial to you since you've been home?
Well, I mean, I don't know about the others. I ain't gonna really go too deep, so I'm gonna go speak on me. For me, it don't really benefit me like in no way. That's my brother. I'm gonna represent his situation no matter what. But as far as trying to get something out of it or whatever, I'm not like these other dudes, using it for this, using it for that. Like, niggas knew me before two times. You know what I'm saying? I was in them streets. I was in almost every borough. I'm this state, that state. So it really don't benefit me. The only thing is just, keeping my brother name and his brand alive. That's really it.
Right, I feel you. Okay. I heard you had like a clothing line or something. It was called Lustin'.
Yeah,
I heard it was lit.
It definitely was Lustin'. Yeah, it definitely was. I kind of fell off. I think at the time, it was 2013. Kaz just came home, so we were separated. Him being incarcerated and me being out, and that was the first time we was actually home at an age where we mans now. You get what I'm saying? We not kids. We not in and out of jail. So I felt like with my re-up money, I'm gonna say this on the clothes aspect. I felt like I just wanted to give him something, so I kind of fell off and I took my re-up money and gave him like a little, I think it was like, a band or two.
Right, okay.
And then from there, I was like, man, fuck this. Brody home, let me hit back the street. We gonna figure it out. So I kind of got thrown off. Right now, it's still people that tell me like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, if you would have stayed focused and consistent right now, you you could have had something.
Right.
Cause I'm into the fashion. I like the fashion. Everything about fashion, just being different, getting fly. You know, putting on shit that motherfuckers don't have or don't even seek to look for. You know,
Right. Right.
so.
I feel you.
Mhm.
So, if you had like one thing you could change about the world, like what would it be?
One thing I could change about the world, what would it be? I'm gonna say for black people to stick together more, man.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
a, I'm a, I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree that. I agree with
For
that.
black, for our demographic of people, community, to stick together. Let's get money. All this shoot it out, bang bang, and competition and all that. We could win together. So that'll probably be like one of the main things.
Okay. So, like, since you've been home, like, who have been like your biggest supporter? Like, somebody that been in your corner.
Since I've been home, I'm gonna say my daughter,
Okay.
my oldest one, Jada. You know, she keep me focused.
Right.
I left her at a time. I think I got incarcerated when, 2016. She probably was like 12. Now she's 20. So, you know, just trying to, just striving and, just trying to, never disappoint her. And probably
Right.
my girlfriend.
Okay. Shout out to her. All right.
Shout
Shout out
out
to your
to
daughter.
Amanda, man.
Shout
Big
out to
shout out to
Amanda.
Amanda.
Right. Right. And I heard you have you two children, and one of them have autism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you deal with that? Like, I know that can be like a challenge
Uh,
sometime. Yeah.
um, how I deal with that, like I just learned to accept it. All this autism stuff is like new because growing up, I didn't really see a lot of kids that was autism or had autism.
Right.
Um, and when I found out my son had it, like I don't know, I didn't really look at it no way or look at him different because he don't have it on a level where it's like the way they be wilding or you know what I'm saying. He's
Right.
more like to himself. He's on his tablet or he's playing his games. He communicate very well, and that's really it. That's really it. Sometimes I be forgetting he's so smart and he be just chilling and macking that I forget that that even exists.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Exactly. Those kids with autism are very smart.
Nah, shit. My son might be smarter
Yes,
than
they
me.
very smart. They
He
very
might
smart.
be smarter than me, man.
They're very smart.
Mm,
Right.
very smart.
So, if you don't mind me asking, how long did you do inside? Like, how long did you do in jail?
I did 7.5.
Okay.
I did really like close to 8 because I lost some good time.
Right.
I
Okay.
lost some good time
Okay.
trapping in there.
You had to get it
to-
popping.
Yeah, nah, not really that. Trying to
Right.
get to a bag.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dealing
Yeah.
with the weed and the K2 I was selling all that. Because like I
Right.
said, after a while you in there, your support system die down. So
Right. So you gotta do what you
it's
gotta
either,
do.
you playing poker, you running the store, you
Right.
you
Right.
sewing clothes, you drawing, making cars,
Mm-hmm.
or you hustling. You gotta figure it out.
Right. Right. Exactly.
You
I
gotta
feel
figure
you.
it out.
Mm-hmm. So you just was, and also keeping yourself busy. Is one of the
Nah,
main things.
yeah, me keeping myself busy was more playing poker. Anybody that know me that was up there, I'm a fly nigga. Nothing never changed. I don't care where I go.
Right.
Play poker. Stayed on the phone 24/7. Went down on a visit. I don't care where they had me at. They could have had me in Alaska. I was going on that visiting floor at least 3 times a month.
Right. Right. I feel
So
you.
my whole bit too, not just the beginning, the middle, the whole bit. I was going down on the floor dancing.
That's what's up. So how long you been home now?
I want to say, yeah, like 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
Yeah,
So
probably
that
just
that
made
bit that
2
you
years.
did, do you feel like when you came back out to society, like it shifted a little bit, like it changed a little bit?
Yeah, a lot
Like you
of
think
shit
things
changed.
change?
A lot of shit. I'm not even the same. I had to, adapt
Adjust,
what's
right? To
going
the shit
on
going
now.
on, right?
Yeah,
It's crazy, right?
a lot changed.
Like what are one of the things you feel that changed?
Um, I want to say what change.
Would you say like people, like
Yeah,
how?
I would say like people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, social media is at an all-time high. Everybody either living a life they really not living. You
Right.
know, social media got people
Mm-hmm.
acting like they happy, but they really
Really
not
not
happy with
right.
themselves. So
Right.
I say people.
Mm-hmm. So, what can we expect from you? Like, what are some of the things that you're working on right now?
Um, right now, actually, to be real with you, I'm working on a mini series, but most important, I'm working like the 9 to 5. Like I said, things change. It's not like how it used to be. So
Right. Right.
working the 9 to 5, and then content, creating content on the side, and
Right.
I got this mini series in the work,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's really it. Just enjoying life, just doing a lot of things that I used to think was corny and shit like that,
Now you
or
really like
think,
appreciating it and just like.
yeah, that I wanted to do, but like I said, I used to think it was corny because my friends or somebody might look at me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just being myself and just being me, and just living life, just being happy with me, whether I got it or not, man.
Right. Okay.
I'm done with the front end and putting on for the hype and other people and all
Exactly.
that. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
living for me, my kids, and the ones that fuck with me.
Mm-hmm. And doesn't that make you feel more free? Like, because there's a lot of people out here, like you said, be fronting and gotta
Nah, they
keep
definitely
and do
do.
this. It just feels so when you just could just,
Mm-hmm.
Right, right, right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I see, I heard you always been smooth with the ladies. You always was a ladies man kind of. Not Amanda.
Used
Don't
to be.
we ain't we ain't talking like we used to be.
Yeah,
Because we know
used
he
to
got
be.
we don't want no smoke, Amanda. All right.
Used to be.
Yeah, you used to be, but how do you feel like how important do you feel the females are to the culture?
Very important. Very important. I feel like every king need a queen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's what we was made for. Man was made
Oh,
for
I'm glad we got
female.
into this. I'm good. Oh,
Female
this is
was
my
made for
part of the
man.
conversation.
Man wasn't made for man. I don't go around. I don't even like being around dudes too long. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
just me. Like, if it's not on some get money, that's the only time I'm happy when I'm around dudes. Unless you a genuine friend. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Females play a big part, man, because,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm talking for me. Like me, I need a strong woman to keep
Right.
me on balance, to keep me, and it give me something to prove where I could be a man, I could provide, I
Mm.
could show you I could get the job done.
Right,
You get what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
What men's is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we need a lot of more men like you, like y'all. You know what I mean? So cause these y'all gotta tell these dudes out here how to treat women and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think they don't think that being in love with a woman is cool. Like you see how you and your girl, y'all doing your
Yeah.
thing, you got her on, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's real love. You know what I'm saying? Is why you think a lot of guys don't have that? Like what are they waiting for? And then they wait until like they 80 years old. When they, everything is all wrong, and then they want to settle down.
I feel like it's more social media played a big part in that. Before with social
It make
media,
it feel like people got a lot of options, right?
yeah,
I spoke about that.
it made it easier.
Mm-hmm.
It made it, dudes, like I said, see things that's not really what it is. Females too, and I'm talking about on both
Mm-hmm.
parties.
If you're
See
not
other
conscious,
dudes, yeah, that
right?
might look like he's up or he could take care of you or provide for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you get with the dude and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
feel like it's genuine no more. Like if you looking for love, if you really want to be in a relationship and you get what I'm saying, it's not something you rush. It's not something you see a
Right.
joint and you be like, nah, I'm gonna make her my joint.
It's
Nah,
a
you
flow,
gotta
right?
really, yeah, that shit
Mm-hmm.
gotta flow. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
feel it. It gotta be genuine. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? If it's not genuine, it's
You're gonna
not gonna
know it's
work
not
out.
genuine, and that's why a lot of things don't work out because it's not. It's like superficial. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I want this and I want this, and it's just like
Nah,
let
facts.
me get with this person so I can look like this on
Nah.
Instagram, on social media
And
to make people feel like it just is a whole bunch of bullshit.
nah, that's a
So
fact.
it's like it's nothing really solid out here no more.
Nah, that's a
So when
fact.
I really see people really in love and solid, because I'm a loving person, like so I love to see love. I
Mm-hmm.
always talk about love. I always talk about relationships. I always talk because I feel like men and women are like the foundations. You know,
Yeah.
we the ones that we got to get it right. If we don't get it right, then who, like, what's, you know, we have to get
Nah,
it right.
fact.
And we have to come together, especially the black culture.
Fact.
We not getting married. It's a lot of things that's not going on anymore, you know,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's really bad, you know. And I feel like other cultures also look at us like, you know, if you look at a lot of other cultures, they believe in marriage, they believe in certain things.
Mhm.
The black American culture, we don't do that too much, you know. So,
Well, like one thing I could say before we get off that topic
mhm.
is that some people are scared to be alone. It's alright to be alone and be by yourself.
Right.
You
Until you
could
find,
date. You could get to know a person. You could have fun. Everybody just want to lock in. You see a bad bitch, you want to lock in. You see a nigga that's in his bag, you want to
you don't even know
lock
him,
in.
but you don't even know
like,
him or
and
her.
it's never gonna work. Whether you together with that person for 2, 3, 10 years, somewhere inside your body, you're not gonna be happy.
Exactly.
You're not gonna be happy, but you're just putting yourself through it because you get comfortable after a while. Nobody don't want to start over. You get what I'm saying? And you just deal with whatever from both parties. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And like I said, it don't be genuine.
And I think, like I said, I think that's very powerful when you can learn how to be alone, because then it's like you're not gonna deal with certain things. You know what I'm saying? You be like, you know, I don't gotta deal with this shit because I know, like, I don't have to. You know, it's certain people that need to be with somebody, like you said. So I feel like
Yeah, nah, it definitely is.
that's very powerful when you know how to be alone. You know how to have that certain discipline, and you know. And I feel like a lot of people don't really know what they want. They confused, you know, and stuff like that. But
They be picking the wrong pick though. You gotta pick what's for you.
right.
If you don't pick what's for you, then you gonna end up in a down the line a fucked up situation. You bring a dude around your kids, you get what I'm saying, and everything is all happy and joyful, and then it's like now he move on. You get what I'm saying? Things like that.
So how you think a person should pick? Like, what do you think
I
that
think
you should look for in a person?
For me, I'm gonna say for me, I wrote down the things I wanted, the qualities that I wanted from a female. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not going cap. When I first came home, like I said, I jumped out there, got a little happy. I started dealing with this chick, and it wasn't what it was. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I said, some girls be for the hype. But then I had to catch myself like, yo, Nate, this is not what you looking for. Like, you
Right.
know what you want. You get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I done, like I said, I done had the baddest of the baddest. I done had all types of joints, but I know what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I want a girl that don't gotta depend on a nigga. You get what I'm saying? I want a girl that if shit hit rock bottom, she's still able to keep it moving and keep it pushing. You don't gotta depend on me. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
You don't
exactly.
gotta, like, that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? I need a strong chick. I just knew what I wanted.
Right,
Like I said,
exactly.
I just knew what I wanted. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And it's not that she don't have to depend on you. It's like she don't gotta depend on you. She don't have to depend on you, because it's like, it's better that way. It's not, and I feel like for men that's better that way too, because it's not, because as men, y'all have a lot of pressure on y'all too, you know, in life. So when you do have a woman by your side, you know, and you don't have that much, you feel like, you know, she really with you, you know, you don't have that pressure on you. You know, you don't
Yeah.
feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like, yeah, that is really, 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 really important to be
Yeah.
careful.
And then, like I
on-
said, some of these girls just only, it, both sides. I don't want to say just the females, male and female. They just deal with certain people or chase behind certain people because of the name, what they
Or the
got,
look,
or what's
right.
going on, or the looks. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to work out.
Exactly.
It's never, I don't care if it's 30 years down the line. People been together for 30 years and they break up, and you be like, yo, you serious? They were together since kids. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to work out. If it's not genuine, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of dudes be looking for all these bad females, like, I don't want to say bitches, but females that's in their bag, body done, this, that, and the females be looking for, a nigga that's in his bag, this, that, this, and
Money, you know,
that.
I
And
just
it's
want
not
to do this,
gonna
do
work.
that. Exactly, because it's like I said, it's superficial and it's not natural. So it's never gonna work, right? And that's something I try to tell as a woman. You know, that's why I surround myself with certain women with certain mindsets. You know, and even though you can't really judge a book by its cover, because there's certain women that you know, they are a certain way, but their mindsets aren't that way. So I could,
Mhm.
you know, so I could really deal with those type of people. But there's a lot of people out here that have their mindsets is really like twisted. You know,
Yeah,
they don't have
facts.
no respect. They don't have morals. They don't have
Nah,
integrity.
facts.
So it's good to surround yourself around people like that because you become that way. I feel like what you surround yourself around, you become that. You
Mhm.
know, so that's very important. You know. So okay, all right. So that's you said you had the series coming up. You know, you
Mhm.
putting that together.
Yeah, I had the
Okay.
series coming up
And what's the
called
name
The
of that?
Family.
The Family. Okay.
Mhm.
So we gotta look. We were looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Got
looking
some
forward
pop
to
out.
that real soon.
Right.
Real soon.
So
I
tell
ain't
the
even
people where they can
playing.
find you. You know, they could look you up.
You can
Fine.
find me on Instagram _Big Nate _2X, and that's really it. I don't got
Okay.
no other platforms.
Right. You got anything to say to anybody? Like, you know, you want to give any shout out? You want to
Shout out.
let anything be known? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't really got no shout outs. You know what I'm saying? I'm done bigging motherfuckers up. They gotta get it out the mud the same way I'm getting it out the mud. You know, only shout out I could really give is, you know, to God. You know, I'm blessed.
right.
You know, to wake up to see another day, even just to be here with you. You know, you giving me the
Right.
opportunity
Right.
to be on your
No doubt.
platform
That's what I do. That's
and
what I
kick it
do.
with you. I like what you got going on.
Thank you.
Very
Appreciate
smooth
it.
operation.
Thank
Very
you. Appreciate it.
professional.
Thank you.
I mean, I like this.
Okay.
I like
So
this.
maybe you could come back on when you get that web series popping. Let us know what's
we
going
back.
on.
I'm with the whole gang. We back. I hope you got space for us in here.
We got
in
space.
here.
We got space.
We Marvin in here, man.
We got space.
You know,
All right. Thank you for coming through. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
it. I appreciate you too.
sis.
And make sure y'all stay tuned. Interview
Facts.
dropping
Facts.
later.